Hi, everybody. Hi, Rachel. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Katie MoonChild's World and the Lightworkers Roundtable. I'm Katie, and I would love to welcome my guest, Aiden Reads Tarot. Welcome, Aiden.
Hi. Hi, everybody. It's so
Yes.
nice to be here. I've been watching Katie's channel for like I think since I started my channel. Um and I just love all her videos. I love her energy. I love how authentic she is. And I also love hearing her stories, like story time segments on her videos. I think
Oh,
that's so cool.
thank you, sweetheart. I have a lot of
But
stories to tell.
yeah, and I'm here to listen.
Mhm.
But thank you for inviting me. I really do appreciate it. I think this is my first collab of the week besides the one on my channel, so I'm glad you invited me.
Well, it was really fun watching you and Third Eye Champagne.
Yeah, it was.
Big
I loved.
collab there, girl.
Yeah, I
That was
loved. I loved going live with her. I love just being able to connect with people in general, and I'm glad we could do that now.
Yeah. Yeah, the collaborations are a lot of fun. And it's fun to send out the emails and get the responses back. You know, it's fun. I've really been enjoying this. So
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, Mama Bear. Good to see you. Hi, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Rachel's my good friend.
Aw.
Administrator on the channel too, by the way. Uh, so tell us a little bit about your channel and what do you do, Aiden?
Okay. Well, I started this channel about 2 months ago when I was still in college, in my dorm actually, and I always had tarot. I no, I haven't always had tarot cards. I've had tarot cards for about a year and a half. Um, I first got them when I went to Barnes and Noble, and I decided, hey, these look interesting. I'm gonna get them, but I didn't really touch them. They sat on the corner of my desk for about a year, but I really started reading them this year, in January. Um, and I've been watching everybody's YouTube channels and stuff like that. So it's just been a really fun journey. But this past couple months, I've been getting into Oracle decks, and I'm having so much fun with that. Hi, Sonia.
Hi, Sonia Rain Lee. Hey, Robert Burke. Good to see you. My goodness, this is wonderful. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So that's just how I started.
Yeah. So I know you have different shows that you have. Um, like Aiden and the Expert. That's fun to watch. I really enjoy that.
Yeah. I love doing those shows. I think my 10th one is next Tuesday, and I'm going live with Maya from Black Cat Tarot and um, Gerald from Tarot Stash.
Awesome. That'll be a lot of fun. A lot of
Yes.
fun. Yeah, I've been on Maya's show a couple times. She's a sweetie. She's so easy to read with, and Gerald is a crack up. Oh my gosh, he's funny. Tarot
Yeah.
Stash. Oh, he's great. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And I had a collab with Sonia in the chat, so make sure you guys go watch that one.
Awesome. Yeah, she's a great one. She's my friend too. I've done a couple with her also.
Yeah.
Um, I started out doing the collabs with just one about talking about flow and what is flow and how do you get in it and how do you get out of it and when you're out of it, how do you get back? And that was a lot of fun. That video, that live stream was really interesting. It was Sonia Rain Lee, Sienna Rose, Metaphysical, and Shining Hawk Healing, Tony. So,
Wow.
so do you do personal readings?
Let's see. Well, I think I only do them when I'm live.
Okay.
I don't have like a website or anything because I'm not gonna charge people money for a beginner's expertise. So, when you can spend that amount of money for someone that's much more skilled than I am, um, maybe in a few years, that I'll say that.
I understand completely. There's the confidence level that goes with it, because when you're doing a personal reading for someone, myself personally, where I get a little bit hooked is giving them bad news. I see
Oh,
something in
yeah.
the cards that's scary for you. But I have a really good friend that's been doing cards for years and years. And she told me, she says, you're the information purveyor, you're the speaker. You're just giving what the universe and spirit is wanting the people to know. And what they do with that information is completely up to them. So it's not up to you to decide whether it's good information, should I tell them? It's bad information, should I tell them? It's up to them to decide if it's good or bad, because you don't really know.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I have, a tendency just to splurt out information about what I'm reading on, especially when I'm, like, feeling weird or, like, caffeinated, like the other day when I was with Lisa, um, things just, like, splurt out of my mouth. Um,
Yes,
Aiden shouldn't sell himself short. I've seen several of his readings, and he's truly gifted. Oh, thank you so much, Rachel.
it's
That means
true.
so much to me.
I agree with her 100%. But yeah,
Sonia said he's already seasoned. Well,
yeah.
I hope so, but hopefully more than pepper. Hopefully with like some cayenne. Um,
Want
but thank you.
a little barbecue rub.
Yes, yes. I don't want to be bland. And never mind.
Little Tex-Mex, right?
Yeah, I love Tex-Mex food. It's my favorite
You
cuisine.
better.
Yeah,
You're like me. We come from Tex-Mex country.
yeah,
You're in Texas. I'm in Arizona. We better like it.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, the collaborations are a lot of fun to do, because next thing you know, it's like you're in spirit. You're not in you. You're not in your ego. And so that's why stuff comes flying out of your mouth. That's spirit talking. That's not you.
yeah,
No, one of the things I had to learn early on in my awakening was how to recognize what is spirit and what is ego. Then I had to learn you got to incorporate the two together, because you don't really want to be 100% out there in spirit, because you're not grounded that way. But if you're all in your ego, you can't see. You're blind. You're only
yeah,
hearing the lies that ego is telling you. So you got to be able to recognize who's talking to me. Is it spirit or is it my ego? And then how do I get spirit to talk to my ego to get them to calm down? It's quite a gift, and I can't tell you how to do it. It's something it's you do it through meditation. You do it through recognizing when spirit wants to talk and letting.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I remember I was with Kevin and Lisa on Kevin's channel, and like this is one of like the first times probably it's happened like in a big way. I was reading for someone and about their grandmother, and I was like, well, I'm getting like a record player on this table next to a window, and then someone in like short high heels, wedges I think they're called, but like dancing to the music. And then they responded like, "Oh, I loved going to my grandma's house and dancing in front of the record player." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's just
See,
yeah,
you got medium tendencies there. When you're getting visions like that, when you see stuff like that, that's more than just spirit talking to you. That
yeah,
I get those little flashes of visions, and then sometimes I get them where it's like they take my breath away. They're not a flash. It's like a real fast movie, but okay.
yeah." You get whiplash. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're like, "What? Wait, can you replay that, please? It went by a little bit fast." You know,
Slow it down a little bit.
because I've been working with Archangel Michael on a novel, and he gives me downloads like once every 3 or 4 months. I've been working on this for 5 years, and I always have to tell him, slow down. I can't get it all because I can't dictate it into my phone fast enough. He gives it to me in the middle of the night, and it's like, oh, start dreaming it, and I recognize the characters. And I'm, he's giving me the story again. I wake up, grab my phone, and start talking.
That's incredible. I heard about that, I think, last week with Lisa, and like that's such a cool idea. I love how you're doing that. I think that's so cool.
I didn't really have a choice. I was in school, and my professor wanted to know what my writing process was. And I was like, what do I write on? Yeah, I do. Short story, what? And she didn't want any punctuation, none of that stuff in there because she just wants you to see the flow. So that's where that came about. So I just asked the universe and the angels, it's like, hey, I need help here. I got a block. What am I going to do? I give it to you. And I woke up that night with Archangel Michael talking to me, or Archangel Gabriel talking to me. So it's like,
Wow.
wow, thank you. And then it took me
Wow.
like the rest of the week to edit the darn thing because talking and dictating into your phone, you get weird stuff like if you say period, it puts in the word pizza. Stuff like it's just doesn't even sound anything like it. But you get those software like Dragon, Naturally Speaking, they're excellent if you have to do a lot of copywriting. And you like me have arthritis in your hands and that kind of thing. But you got to train the darn program first to know your talking and your speech patterns. So it can be pretty frustrating at first. I tried it, gave up.
That sounds so cool. I mean, I should try that. I'm a screenwriter, so I write
You are?
plays and movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Well, not like full out blown ones, but like Aiden-sized version of those. Um,
I have a
but I,
master's from Full Sail University
mhm.
in creative writing, and
Oh,
my focus is on script writing.
whoa. See, we share the creative passions in common. I
We
love that.
sure do. We should write a script together.
We should. I should
That'd
send
be
you my
fun.
one that I wrote for one of my college classes. It's so good, I think.
That'd be
If I
fun.
do
See,
say
I
so
know all the
myself.
rules. I know all because that's what the whole focus of my master's is in. It's from Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida. So it's a completely an entertainment school. That's all they do is music. The main contributor is the WWE. That's where a lot of the money comes from. But they have a lot of the graduates have been in um, Academy Award winning movies, Grammy winning, they're well known. So yeah, that would be fun. So
Yeah,
I like
definitely.
animation scripts are my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I
So
think, yeah, I just love the whimsical, fun aspect of screenwriting. I think that's so cool.
it's fun. Yeah. It has a language. If you ever want to sell a script, you need to learn the language because if you don't, they file 13 it. They look for any reason that they can find, any little mistake, whatever, because they get like on average 1,500 a day to read the script. Just people just sitting there reading scripts for the studios and those guys. So they look for any reason they can to throw it away and not have to go any farther. Because they got so many to do. So that really makes the odds hard, really hard. And then Hollywood also likes to work with you if they know you. It's kind of the old boys club kind of a
Yep.
deal. If they've worked with you before, they'll work with you again. So it's hard to break into. Person that's really good on this to talk to is Red Little Healing because she's actually worked in this in Hollywood.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah,
Yeah. I think I follow her on Instagram and YouTube, so
yeah,
have
she's
to
good.
check that out.
Yeah, she is a good one to talk to about that kind of thing. So yeah, cool. Well, let's pull a card
Okay.
and see what Spirit has to tell us for tonight. And then we'll do the Lightworkers Pledge.
Okay.
Hi, Manasa.
Hi.
Hi,
So
Crystal.
nice to see you.
Oh, good people. I'm glad to see you
Yes.
guys here. I wasn't sure if we would have much of a turnout or not. And I thought, well, hey, this is an alternative for those who don't want to go and watch the news tonight.
Yeah.
So, which was me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really like I don't focus much of my energy on politics.
Nah, me either.
I just focus my energy on things that are good, and In politics, that's just
It's a shit show.
yeah,
That's all I can say. That's one
definitely.
thing. Around here, you don't have to worry about whether you can cuss or not. Okay. I know you don't, but just saying, if it
Hey,
flies,
how'd you know that? How'd you know that?
if it flies out of your mouth, don't worry about it because
Yeah.
I have the mouth of a trucker, so you're cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever said a bad word in front of someone. So,
That's cool.
yeah, and I still call them
That's
bad
good
words.
parents. That's good parenting on your mom and dad's part.
Well, I think it's more on me. They're the ones that say the words,
Okay.
especially when they're yelling at me.
Oh, well, of course. Of
Yes.
course. Oh, my parents never, well, my dad would say damn, but not half the words that I use until I got older. And then I started using them. And then my mom started saying shit every other word. So it was kind of funny. She gets older. She's like in her 90s and then she gets a foul mouth. So
Oh, wow.
it was kind of cute in a way because that was the thing that, oh, don't say that in front of mom. And then now mom's saying it with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'll ever be one of those people just to curse all the time.
Nah, nah. It was just kind of a thing when I was growing up. My young
Yeah.
adult days, it was, everybody was F this, F that.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
is my service good? Am I cutting out any?
No, you're beautiful.
Okay, great.
I hear you perfectly. I don't know about anybody else, but
Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
just wondering because I have two Wi-Fis and sometimes one works better than the other.
I do
So,
too. I have two of them. Yeah. One's 2.4 and one's 5. I don't know. Anyway, it's through the cable company. I don't know. I pay
yeah.
too much for it. That's all I know. Because
Yeah.
that's all I have with the cable company. And it's over $100 a month.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
But my cell phone, I dove on the free government cell phone early.
Oh,
And
wow.
I do everything from my cell phone. I upload all that. And they've never dropped a call. And I pay $0 for my cell phone.
Wow. Wow, that's so cool.
But I'm low income, that's why. Okay. So do you have a card ready?
I do.
Well, let
Um,
me guess go first.
okay. The first or the only card I drew was this
Hmm.
one that says Season of the Witch. And
Ooh.
look at that. They're like people floating above a campfire in the forest. So basically, what I'm getting from this, actually, I want to read my little guidebook because it probably
Oh,
gives like a
good.
more in depth.
You know what? I heard that song. There is a song called The Season of the Witch from the 1970s. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you.
Hi,
That
Lisa.
Season of the Witch. And I was hearing that earlier as I was sitting here waiting for you. I was like, whoa, where's this song coming from? Very
Wow, wow.
good. And then
So
you go,
basically, it
hmm,
means recent tidings brought cataclysmic change, with more to come. Those on Earth at this
hmm.
time find themselves amidst a reckoning. Prepare your ritual, fine-tune your magic, bring an offering to the apocalyptic potluck. You were born for this, after all. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Like we have a lot of crazy things going on right now.
Boy, is that ever the truth. Like, right,
Yes.
literally right now. Like, who knows what they're saying over there? I'm not going to watch.
Yeah, anything could
Oh,
happen.
exactly. I'm using the Angels and Ancestors deck, Oracle deck, and I got the Guardian Angel. We're not alone, you guys. See that white feather? That's an angel feather, you all. They're watching over us. ETs, angels, the powers that be. And they're watching over us, especially the next coming weeks, as we're being shown a lot of truth. Now, a lot of this truth we've all been reading on for months, some for years. But there's even going to be more stuff that we don't know about. So it's going to be interesting. Going to be
Yeah.
interesting.
We're
So
definitely going through like a transition these past couple of years.
yes, actually, that's the part of the reason why COVID happened, was to make us all go within. Everyone,
Yes.
whether you're religious or not, whether you're, yeah. And it pretty much forced everybody to. People who didn't want to look at themselves really are the ones that had a lot of psychological issues,
Yeah.
because they don't know how to look at their fears objectively. Those of us who are used to doing shadow work or have gone through the dark night of the soul, we know how to do that. We know how to do mirror work, but not
Yeah.
everybody.
And COVID definitely made you feel alone with yourself. So you had a lot of time to dive into everything about you.
Yeah, and so much so to the point where you were only safe when you're alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that really, there's a huge message in that, because going within is the safest place you can go.
definitely.
Find your answers. It's there, right there. So I'm going to read the Lightworkers Pledge. You can follow along with me. You can say it with me, or you can say it privately. It's just kind of lets us know what we do as light workers to help us get centered and focused in our mission. I declare a pledge to love. I will act based on judgments from the heart. I will act not based on judgments of fear or lack. I will act not controlled by self-interest, commercial, or political agendas. I will act attempting to reduce conflict and division. I will act to promote cooperation. I will act to promote consensus. I will act to promote peace. I will act recognizing the quality of all human beings. I will act to pursue a picture of collective truth rather than personal truth. I will act to acknowledge the responsibility of supporting others in their spiritual awakening. I will act and do not deliberately or knowingly misinform. I declare this pledge in love.
Yeah. That's my response. Yes.
Awesome. Well, you going to college, learning tarot, starting a YouTube channel, doing finals, getting COVID. Let's talk about, what do you do when your energy feels like, oh, I can't go anymore?
Definitely. One of my favorite things to do when I feel like that is sleep.
Yeah.
Just sleep hours. And like sometimes I feel like my dreams are a better place for me than real life sometimes. And that's just where I go when I'm feeling down. And when I wake up, hopefully everything will be better. But normally it's not.
Well, it depends on if it's coming from an outside influence or not.
And most of the time it is.
Yes, I get you there. Yeah, I get that. That's my other go-to is music. And so if I want to feel happy, plug in my Raycons and crank it up, crank up the tunes, dance while I'm doing my housework or whatever, get your hips loosened up. And next thing I know, I'm laughing and giggling at nothing, watching my cats and laughing at them. It's just, I also know that when you feel like you're sucked out, part of that is your ego telling you you don't have any energy. You're tired. You need to rest. Oh, you poor dear. You've been working so hard. That's what I get. And that's what I fight a lot. So, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, and I love that you said music. Music is one of my favorite things in the world. I'm a film major in college, and I'm also a what's it called? There's so many words to so you can call this. I've been out of college, like everything just pops away from my brain. So I'm a film major, and also what's the other one? Oh my gosh.
You got 2
We'll just
majors?
yeah. So I film and then music, basically. That's what it is. There's
Awesome.
a specific
Music
word for
production?
it. Yes, music production.
Perfect. Yeah, Full Sail has the both of those, by the way. Full Sail
Yeah, I
University.
should go there. I should go somewhere where there's like
It's
creativity.
online. I did it all
Oh wow.
online. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Because I didn't want to live in Florida. It's hot enough in Arizona. I've been to Florida. It's too humid for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody goes, oh, Arizona, but it's a dry heat. Guess what, you guys? So's your furnace. You want to live inside your furnace? That's all I got to say to people when they say, Arizona, it's a dry heat. Yeah, you want to live in your furnace? That's a dry heat too.
Oh wow. Yeah. Another thing besides music and sleeping, well, I haven't done this much, but I love vacationing. I love it.
Yes,
Um,
you're wanting to go on a vacation.
I am. I really do. Really do. I'm very spontaneous, and I was like, I'm just going on vacation next week to California, the land of the dreams. But I love there's so much to do over there. There's beaches, there's
Yeah,
other stuff and food. I love food.
big
Um,
state.
yeah. Um, but I decided I'll be going there in July. I think it's July 21st to the 26th.
Oh,
So,
great. Where are you going to
yeah.
go? You going to go to San Francisco, LA, San Diego?
Um, actually, I honestly
You don't know yet?
don't know, or I booked a place.
Oh, good.
Um, I don't know how to pronounce the city, but let's see. Okay. I think it's La Jolla. La Jolla?
La Jolla.
La Jolla. That's how you say it. Yeah.
Mhm. So that's
Um,
right. That's
I'll
near
be
San
staying at the
Diego.
I'll be staying at the
Right.
La Valencia Hotel. So I'm excited
Cool.
for that.
Hey, you should look up Herc while you're there.
Oh,
Herc
he's in
2 and
San
3.
Diego?
He's in that area.
Wow.
So, yeah. Hey, there's California. We've got lots of people that we love in California.
Yeah.
Now that we know.
I know so many people in California.
Hi,
It's
Greeter.
amazing.
Good to see you, Teresa Cole. Yeah, good peoples. Good peoples.
Yes. Yes.
Really, Rachel? Ha! Her nephew
That's
just
so cool.
graduated from Full Sail University for game design and music. Yeah,
Wow.
as part of my curriculum, I had to learn how to write scripts for games.
Wow.
People don't realize there's a damn script for every every game, and the part that makes that hard is you have to write for every possible contingency that can happen in that game. So that's a whole nother thing altogether. It's kind of fun. Kind of fun. If
Yeah.
you're a gamer, that's a really cool thing to do. So that is cool. This year, huh?
Wow.
Full Sail is a good school. The teachers are all people who work in my I say I like animation. My professor for that, writing that kind of script, he worked at Pixar.
Oh,
Not
wow.
not I mean, he was currently working at Pixar. So, yeah, and he was also in charge of the whole program, but I mean, our program. But it's really, you have people that are literally, one of my script writing instructors, the one for movies, he took a sabbatical because he sold a script to the Sci-Fi Channel. I can't remember which show it was. And he wrote a werewolf movie that's, had stars and stuff. So it was pretty cool. Going to school like that gets you really excited that,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just really want to see myself in a few years just being happy, having enough money to be happy, but not upset at the world for having too much money, like most celebrities. I just want to like I just don't want to be forgotten after I die. I feel like that's just like the main goal of my life right
You
now.
want to make a mark.
Yeah.
You want to make your mark. That's great. That's admirable. That's a wonderful thing. A lot of young people nowadays have that focus. I didn't when I was 19. All I cared about when I was 19 was where was the next keg. But that when I went to college at your age, I didn't really have a major. I general studies, you know. My
Yeah.
parents wanted me to go to college, so I went to college. Even though I didn't know what I wanted to study, they were paying for it. Okie dokie. So I had 3 different majors, I think. Took me 5 years to get a 2-year degree.
Wow. Yeah. It's
I learned.
hard. Very hard. College is very hard.
Well, I that 5 years wasn't because it was hard. It was just because I kept changing my major and starting all
Oh, yeah.
over again. So, yeah. But once I finally got older and figured out what I wanted, it's a different story.
Yeah, sometimes it takes time to figure out what you want to put all your effort and energy into.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with what you have as far as high school counselors and things like that when you're finishing school.
Yeah.
All through high school, if you want to go to college and you don't prepare your academia to go with that for college prep, you're going to find college very difficult.
Definitely.
I mean, it's not easy anyway.
Yeah.
So, but it's fun. I love to learn.
Me too. I think it's very important to like be open to everything, have an open mind and just receive information.
Yes. Now that's the scientific mind.
Yeah.
Too many scientists nowadays have a specific theory they're trying to prove, and so they try to tweak the information to fit the theory. And they
Oh,
don't really hear, well, maybe that won't work that way. We should go this direction because it's totally the way it should be. Another one I'm trying to get at. They get too focused in their own
closed-minded
right,
stuff.
whether they need what they're wanting to publish or what they want recognition for, or this is the last of my few years of my career. If I'm going to make a mark, I better do it now. Scientists do that.
Yeah.
I have a friend that's an astronomer, not an astrologer, an astronomer. And a few years ago, well, I think you might have been about 3 or 4 when this happened. But he invented an infrared camera that went up in the tail of a comet. And not only did it get information of what the chemicals makeup was of the tail of the comet, the ice particles and everything, it took infrared photographs. So now his whole rest of his career is just deciphering all that information. So he's a pretty interesting guy. And you start talking planets and aliens and stuff with him, and it's like this light bulb goes on. He's like, yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Have you had him on your channel before?
No, I would love to, though. Actually, I never really thought about it. I should contact him. He's in California, works for Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
Wow.
So he'd be kind of cool to have on.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah. Maybe when my channel's bigger.
Yeah.
make it worth his while.
Yeah.
To have enough people watching. But yeah, that's cool. Yes, Rachel she helps me a lot. She's got an associate's in telecasting. She's worked in TV and stuff. So
That's so cool.
and she edits like batting an eye.
What's that?
Editing. She
okay.
edits like batting. On me, it takes a while.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I'm slow at it.
I do editing for some people on YouTube. I also edit for myself, but for some reason, I don't really put that much effort into editing for myself rather than other people, just because like I don't really care if it's weirdly edited. I just put myself, my fun side into it, and I have like clips of me reading cards and then a random funny clip and then just cards.
Me, I want everybody to see all my faux pas and foibles. I'm a human being and I make mistakes. So I don't edit out my mistakes. I just edit in like intros and music and that kind of stuff. That makes it fun. And I really only have 1 or 2 videos that I put up that I have to edit. So it's not really like it's that hard. So I have Saturday Solutions, and then when I do card reviews, Those are the only
Yeah.
ones that I have to edit. Everything else is live. So
I love watching your card reviews. I think that's so cool. I think the first video I saw of yours was actually, maybe it was a live stream where you turned the camera and then you were just reading cards on your table, I think.
I haven't. Have I done that? Not from my face down. Usually, it's because when I'm showing the cards, I'm filming from my phone.
Yeah.
So that's
I
really
think
the only webcam I have.
or maybe it was a Saturday Solutions.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe because it's like 40 minutes, so maybe
Yep.
that's what I saw.
Saturdays. Every time I actually, Danny Shay today put up a video and he was kidding around about it. He's going to make it a short video. And then he got to the end of it and he went, 40 minutes. It was supposed to be a short video. Like that.
Yeah. I've
So
been
I'm
trying
like
to
putting in the chat, hey, dude, my 15-minute videos always end up to be 40 minutes.
yeah. I definitely try to shorten my videos any way I can. Especially for editing videos myself. Like sometimes I film for 20 minutes and it turns out to be a 3 or 4 minute video.
Yeah.
But for
Yeah.
Aiden and the Expert, I've been trying to keep it to 1 hour, 1 hour long, just
Yeah.
so people's attention spans don't get like all over the place. So
Yeah, that's me too. That's my midweek minis on Wednesdays. That one's, I don't have any set time to stop on that. It just all depends on how busy the chat is. And
yeah.
when people start to kind of wander off, then I know, okay, I can go now.
What's the most amount of people you've had in your chat or watching?
Oh, I think 98.
Oh wow.
But I'm
Who was
trying
that?
to,
Was that with
who
yourself or
was
with
that
someone
with?
else?
No, that was a collaboration. Someone, who was that? Who was my collab that time?
Let's see.
I have to look.
Was
I
it
don't know.
Red Lentil Healing?
Yeah, it was Adrian. It had to be
Yes.
Adrian. She and I laughed and had a blast. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need to have
she
her
and
on my I love her. I love her videos.
she's she's an awesome lady. Her oil products. Oh, I love her detox spray. That's just one that I can just give me the bottle and I'll smell the bottle. I don't need to spray it. It's lovely.
Yeah, I just got this in my mail with my new deck, and I think it's Palo Santo, I think that's what it's
Yes.
called.
Mhm.
And I just love smelling it.
Oh, I love
Just
how
love
it
it.
smells when it burns too.
Here, you can have a sniff.
Thank you, darling. I love it. Yeah, I just got these yesterday from Amazon. See if I can. I went and got a little bit of incense.
Oh wow.
And then this one on this, there's patchouli, sandalwood. The positive vibes one smells so good. And Nag Champa, that's always been one of my favorites. But
Yeah.
it makes now my house smells like the old style head shop, hippie head shop.
I'm just always worried about the smoke alarms going off.
Nah,
They don't?
no, not enough. It doesn't put out that much smoke. Your Palo Santo might. Just all depends on how long it burns.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep it, if you use it to cleanse, like your room, whatever, it'll go out when it's through.
Yeah. And I remember our kitchen was being remodeled and it was my dad's birthday and the only place we could celebrate was in his bedroom. So we had a big cake and then some candles and then the smoke alarms went off during the happy birthday to burr, burr, burr.
Because of the candles.
Yes, the candles. So I think most smoke detectors are like really sensitive for some reason.
Nowadays, I guess so.
Yeah.
Wow. Actually, I don't know why mine doesn't go off because my smoke detector is also a carbon monoxide detector. And it's like almost over my bed. It's just right there.
Wow. You might have to
I
test
my
that out to make
incense
sure it
right
works.
That's funny. I do have all kinds of fans going on in here though, because
Oh, that's good.
it's hot. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
110 Saturday and Sunday.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I can't. That's way too hot.
No, and it'll get hotter.
Oh my gosh, and it's supposed to be 104 in Texas on Saturday.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's because we're taking the Gulf Stream. What happens is you guys get like the eastern part of the United States, and the eastern part of the South gets all the tornadoes and all that in April and May. And all that time here, we're building up temperature. And in June is when it reaches the peak. I mean, 115, not unusual. And when we get those highs, it changes the airstream so that all that moisture that was in the south switches and heads over to us. And so New Mexico and Arizona, and yeah, we get wet. But it stops. It's like, it's really weird. It's like almost stops at the California border. They don't get much in the Mojave Desert.
Wow. I don't think I've ever been to a desert before, like a real desert. So interesting.
Well, you'll have to come visit me in Tucson one of these days.
Definitely. Yeah,
it's a very pretty desert.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever like been next to a real cactus before.
Oh,
besides like in a pod plant.
We'll get you a picture with a saguaro.
Oh, that would be amazing. I would love that.
Tree size. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to come see me. I can cleanse my whole house. Yeah, with smoky juniper. Juniper's a really good one for that. And the smoke detectors are fine. But the moment I even slightly char a piece of meat, it goes crazy. So it's okay. She's yeah. So that's interesting. I wonder if it has to do with fat content.
Maybe.
The smoke in the meat. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't cook that much meat.
Or maybe with the oil that you put on.
Yeah.
It can make a nice sear and have all that smoke.
Makes that smoke, make that more of a charred, black, sooty smoke.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the smoke that sets those things off. It's the soot.
Maybe, yeah. I'm not a scientist, but let's go with that.
That sounds good to me. Oh dear. So yeah, we already talked about it. When you first decided to go into this, did you have something that triggered you or inspired you or made you feel like, yeah, this is the time?
No, definitely not. I somehow was just like drawn to do this for no reason. I mean, there's probably a reason, but like for nothing caused me to do this, like myself. I think I just stepped into Barnes and Noble, just got one. So that's definitely how I started.
Well, that's cool though, because that's absolutely trusting what Spirit's telling you to do. Because Spirit told you to go to Barnes and Noble and buy a box of cards.
Yeah, I'm very open to receiving messages from everything around me.
That's really cool, because that's something a lot of people have to learn, is how to receive. You know, a lot of people like to do nice things for you, and people get embarrassed by, that. I don't know if it's like it makes you look like you're vulnerable. They think that makes them look vulnerable or what, to have someone give. There's really an honor in receiving a gift.
Yeah.
Because people really, they're giving you that gift out of the kindness and love of their heart. Honor them by receiving it. So that's how I look at charging for personal readings.
Oh, wow.
Is because they're paying you for your gift. And at the same time, they're also paying for answers that they couldn't find. So it's their way of giving to you. So receive.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's so cool.
Yeah, it's so many simple. It's so much of this is basic, simple integrity and decency. That's all it is. Common decency. And that's gone. I haven't seen very much of that in the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
People have forgotten that. Be decent to one another. somebody drops their papers, help them pick it up. Don't just walk on by.
Yeah, I'm always the one to open the door for people
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just let them walk out or walk in.
yeah, that's me. Smile and say hi. People total
Yeah,
strangers. Well, me, I wear a mask and sometimes I get accosted because of that, but it's like, hey, I said hi to you anyway. I was nice to you. My day's fine. You might have a problem day, but my day's fine.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we're getting at 45 minutes, so we're getting kind of close to the end of our hour. I
Yeah.
know we I don't know. I might try to go watch. I don't think so.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think
it's tomorrow.
I get all my news just from Autumn.
I get it. Yeah. Well, hey, I was a moderator for Black and Orange for 2 years every single day. So,
Are you
except for
still
when
moderator?
I'm when I can
Oh,
get a chance to be over there and watch her. Yeah. Um, except for the week that she was looking for Alfie. And she couldn't find Alfie. He was in a car. He was stuck in
oh
a car.
wow.
Bless his little heart. And she couldn't
Wow.
find him. Yeah, her kitties. Her kitties.
Yeah, she loves them so much.
Yeah. No, I even follow her and everything on Book Art Media. Do her because I'm a writer. So I'll go in there and like I'm designing tarot cards right now and I'm working on the guidebook. And so I'll go in there. It gives you a focused place for 2 hours to really get something done.
Have you
And
seen me on there? I've been on there before.
oh, really? No, must be
Yeah.
because I don't get to go on there every day.
Oh.
But
When
yeah.
was the last time you were on?
Oh my, it's been a couple weeks
Oh yeah.
because I haven't been
I
able
was
to work on my cards for a couple weeks. So
I was on there every day. I think almost every day when I was still at my dorm.
mhm.
And I was
Yeah.
on camera and I was like, "Hey, trivia question, ready for that."
I love it. Yeah. Yeah. She got me started with NaNoWriMo. So yeah. We were doing that together, gosh, 3 years ago. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Autumn's a sweetheart. I got to get her
Yes.
on here too. I sent her an email that she's a busy lady. So
Yeah,
she's, I mean,
I don't know if she checks her email sometimes. I think she's like
I
very
don't think she's
busy.
real good at it. I message her on Instagram too. So we'll see. She's a busy lady. Shoot, she designed card and writing a book and she's writing a series of books. So.
Yeah, and two
And
YouTube
she's a published
channels.
author. She's already written a book, 2 books actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's a good one to watch, you guys. Black and Orange Tarot and Astrology. She's really good. And she's on every day at lunchtime. So,
Yeah, and
um,
these days today she's on twice. That's I love the
yeah, on week,
dedication.
yeah, today is the third day,
Oh
third
yeah,
live
third time.
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now she is streaming the hearings so that people can watch it. And it's kind of fun. You go in there with her and we're all in there shooting the breeze and because we've done that in the past with impeachment stuff and yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Well, do you have any other questions? Any other
No,
questions for me?
actually, I think so. You're in your second year, right? In school?
Yeah,
Sophomore?
definitely. Or I'll be a sophomore this fall.
Right. Cool. Awesome. I love college, is why I'm asking. I would love to teach it. So I should. Got the
Yeah,
credentials. I should. Um,
yeah. I can put in a request to have you as a teacher, and then I can get good grades.
well, you would get good grades anyway.
Well,
You're
probably.
smart. I'm not worried about that. Oh, dear. Well, sweetheart, thank you for being here. I appreciate you so very, very much. And, you know, hang in there. You got your future is so bright and so exciting. Um, yeah, I see you writing scripts that are going to be from your intuition.
Wow. Well, thank you.
When
Thank
you
you so
work,
much.
oh, you're welcome. When you work with spirit writing scripts and writing material, you'll find that the most rewarding thing I think that you can do. It's fascinating working with an entity like Archangel Gabriel, you know, and I never know when that download's coming. I kind of feel, because I'll have a lot of questions start entering into my head about the storyline. And when I get stuff, it's not always in progressive order. So I might get chapter 26 when I'm working on chapter 8. So it's been really interesting.
That's so cool. Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting. Well, you have a wonderful weekend, a great night.
Thank you.
And as far as having your folks understand what's going on with you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, darling. They're not going to.
Yeah.
Like I told you on Instagram, I bet you they do. They're not afraid of a water witch, which is a man with his, you know, his rods or a twig looking for water. That used to be the only way people knew how to dig for a well, was someone like that with that gift. I've been doing that since I was 9 years old. So that is divining.
Yep.
It is water divining. So
Yeah.
and it is completely accepted everywhere in the world. So there's no reason why card divining and pendulum divining shouldn't be the same.
Yeah, and I feel like cards are just like a book. You can pick up a book and just feel what the book feels like to you.
Exactly. And people get worried about a pendulum, and because they try to connect this all with spirit boards and Ouija boards. That's a different
from
story.
movies.
Yeah, and that's a different story. Ouija boards are dangerous because you're just opening up a door to whatever wants to come through. You never want to do that, because you get whatever wants to come through, and that's not always a good thing. So,
yeah,
that's
definitely.
only thing. Well, I always close this out with this little quote: shine your light and make a positive impact to the world. There's nothing more honorable as helping to improve the lives of others. And that's by Roy T. Bennett. Yeah, I know when I do or say something that helps someone, when you do a personal reading in here for someone in the chat and they're like, wow, and you know that it helps, they come back again and they let you know how it turned out. That's amazing. That's an amazing feeling.
Yeah,
really amazing. So
definitely.
well, you have a wonderful night, sweetheart. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Mwah. And cut it a little bit short tonight, only 5 minutes short. Whoopee.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, you guys. And we'll be kind to one another. Most of all, be kind to yourself. I love you all. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.